The Steelbacks kept alive their hopes of qualifying for the NatWest T20 Blast quarter-finals by beating the Birmingham Bears by 15 runs on a low-scoring night at Wantage Road, thanks to a superb all-round performance from Graham White. Put in by Varun Chopra, Northants got off to the worst possible start as Richard Levy edged the first ball of the night behind to give Chris Wright an immediate wicket. 9 balls in and the Steelbacks had lost their other opener with only 4 runs on the board as David Willey skied a catch to Will Porterfield off Ricky Clark. Adam Rossington had signed a loan spell from Middlesex just before this game, and the big hitting keeper made a good start to his Steelbacks career as he and Kyle Kurtzer recovered a rather sticky situation by taking the total to 30 for 2 at the end of the power play. But Rossington was out 13 runs later at the end of the 8th over when, on 27, he gave himself too much room to a ball from Jitan Patel and was bowled. At the halfway stage of the innings, the total read 52 for 3, and that became 52 for 4, with Stephen Crook unable to repeat his heroics of the week at Lords. After making 3, he edged a big shot of Atiq Javid to Shoaib Malik at backward point. Ben Duckett then got a leading edge to this ball from Patel, who took the return catch to leave the Steelbacks in a hole on 77 for 5 in the 14th over. The man who was keeping the innings together was Kurtzer, who made 40 off 46 balls, this one of his 3 boundaries. But with a total on 88 in the 16th over, he was the 6th man to fall, Patel ending with the fine figures of 3 for 19 from his 4 overs, as Kurtzer holed out to Laurie Evans. And when James Middlebrook fell in a similar way off right for a duck, Northamptonshire were left on 90 for 7 and looked as if they might not even bat through their 20 overs. They got a score to defend thanks to White. He blasted 2 4s off his first 2 balls to at least bring up the 100 at the end of the 17th over. With just 18 balls left, the remaining batsmen had to go at everything, and that's just what White did. He hit Malik down the ground for a 6, the first of the night, before he followed that up with another next ball. So 15 runs came off the 18th over and another 11 off the penultimate one as White and Matt Spreagle looked to switch the momentum towards their team. Into the last over we went, and the first ball of it was sliced over square cover for another maximum by White, who raced to a crucial and match-changing 34 of just 11 balls. He was out to his next one, only denied 6 number 4 by a very good running catch from Porterfield right on the boundary's edge. It meant that the Steelbacks ended on a score of 139 for 8 from their 20 overs. White had given them something to defend, and his knock was backed up by Willey, who struck at the start of the 3rd over of the reply, bowling Chopra for 4. The Bears knew that a quick start would be very helpful to their cause, and Jonathan Webb and Porterfield both struck early boundaries to take the score to 24 in the 5th over. But then Willey won a race with the latter to run him out for 8, only for Malik to hit the first 2 balls he faced for 4. Birmingham had a score of 39 for 2 on the board at the end of the power play, and then 3 runs later, Webb was bowled by Middlebrook as he came down the pitch on the attack. Malik then took the score to 60 for 3 at the halfway stage with a big 6 struck off Middlebrook. The Bears were left to get 80 off the final 10 overs. Clark pulled Crook over the rope as well, and it looked as if we would have a close and exciting conclusion to this contest. But White again made the big difference, now with the ball in his hands. He turned the game his side's way once more by taking 2 wickets in his 2nd over. Clark drilled him to Crook in the covers. And then 2 balls later, Evans was trapped in front by the left-arm spinner to leave the visitors on 78 for 5, 62 now wanted off the remaining 42 deliveries. As if he hadn't already done enough, White then took a brilliant catch off screen to remove Javid for a single, and now the Steelbacks had the game in their pocket. Or perhaps not. White's next over was nowhere near as good as his previous one, with both Malik and Patel smashing him for 6s. From nowhere, 18 runs had come off a single over, and the tension was again building, with 44 now needed off the final 5 overs, a very gettable target. That was brought down to 41 off 4, and the big moment came next when Malik after making 47 off 38 balls, swung a delivery from Azarullah out to Willie with a total on 101. This was becoming a roller coaster of a contest. Patel finished the over off with a 6, leaving a target of 32 to get off 18 balls. Willie's final over cost only 7 runs, and so now the Bears had to throw the bat at everything. In doing that, Tim Ambrose perished Azarullah with the kind of delivery he produced time and time again in last year's unforgettable campaign. The over cost only 5 runs as well, which left 20 to get off the last one, and when Wright turned a ball from Ollie Stone to Azarullah, the game was up for the visitors. They ended on 124 for 9, Crook going for only 15 runs in his 4 overs, while none of the other bowlers were at all expensive. It meant a crucial win by 15 runs, a result which leaves the Steelbacks just 2 points out of the top 4 of the North Division with 5 games to go, the next being at local rivals Leicestershire on Friday.